Shane.
Hello.
We made it.
Yeah, we did indeed.
I had a last minute bit of stress there to get desiccated coconut, but we've got it.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm just going to set my phone up here.
Super.
Is this setup okay?
Yep, setup's perfect. Just as long as you can show me, your bowls and everything like that. So I'm just going to talk to Facebook here as well. Hi guys, anybody who has an Instagram account, I am live with Shane Todd on Instagram. So if you log in there, and you won't be able to see the chat then with us in the cook along, but otherwise stay put and I will chat to you here as well. So hi Ange, hi Julia. Brilliant. So we've got Laura. So for anybody who is just joining in, we are making Bounty Bites. So do you like Bounty Bites, Shane?
I love bounties back in the day, but it's been a long time since I've had one. They're always a very exotic treat.
Exactly, and they were expensive. Of what I like, like for a chocolate bar, I always thought it's quite pricey, that kind of thing. But yeah, no, I do like them myself. So yeah, had to research quite a lot for your 4 different groups of non-edibles. So yes, I'm just going to wait another couple of minutes, and then you can introduce yourself.
Well,
and then
what were the red bounties all about?
They're the dark chocolate ones.
Oh, that made sense. Yeah, they were very sneaky. I don't know anyone who's ever had a red bounty.
I would have occasionally had those. So the blue ones are the milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Red is the dark chocolate. But this is how much I love food and how much I eat it. I pretty much would know every single brand, which is bad probably, but not embarrassed to admit that. So what have you been at this morning?
I just cut the grass, which I've become very, very skilled at. I mean, it doesn't need cut, but it's something to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just cut the grass.
You're living the high life there.
Yes. I've done a bit of video editing, so packed a lot into the day. And then
really loving the snippets of the video editing. Didn't realise that was a part of your profession. I really liked that. I saw the ad the other day.
I don't think we could call my editing a profession. Like, I can do the rest of the stuff. The editing, I'm very, very basic at. Like, I use Fisher Price for quite a lot of, because I normally have, skilled people to do that for me. But at the minute, I'm having to kind of learn that myself. But, I'm getting there slowly but surely.
See, another skill you're learning. Like, I've learned loads of new skills on lockdown as well. And you're just kind of, maybe I could do this. But actually, when it comes back to real, when we're back to normal, I think I'll happily pay for someone to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So how many cups of tea a day would you have?
Honestly,
Are you on the tea or coffee?
Somewhere between 6 and 8.
6 and 8, that's same as me. I'm 6 and 8 teas, and then maybe about 4 coffees in between.
See, I'm new to coffee. I like the idea of coffee, but I never felt classy enough to drink coffee. It feels like a very middle class type thing, but I got into it about 3-4 months ago, and now I'm drinking quite a lot of coffee. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's an expensive habit, I have to say.
It is. The wee pods are very expensive.
Absolutely. So I think we've got quite a few people now logged in. So if you want to introduce yourself, I'm going to say to Facebook people, hi people who have just gone onto Facebook. If you have an Instagram account, I'm chatting to Shane Todd, and we're doing the cook along over in Instagram, and we're making Bounty Bites, and he's going to introduce himself now. So off you go.
I feel like first day of a new school class.
Exactly. Who are you?
I'm Shane Todd. I'm a comedian. I do a bit of comedy, acting, sketches, things like that. Fun fact about myself: I always wore my quiff to the right. But whenever this lockdown started, I just thought time to change it up a bit. Now I've gone to the left. So if anybody's watching, being like, I don't recognize that guy. Oh God, look at that! I look like
that's you.
I think my hair will only go to one side now. It's naturally just changed to the left. So that's just a fun fact about me. And I was asthmatic up until I was about 23, but I don't really have asthma anymore.
Has it disappeared?
It seems to have. I still keep the inhaler sort of in the cupboard, but seems to have gone away.
That's a bit interesting. Okay. Does Mike McGoldrick, will Mike come along on this cook along? Will he make
I
an
don't think
appearance?
so. I think he's spending lockdown in an underground bunker. I think he's panicked and kind of gone in there with
He's too
few
middle
showbiz
upper class,
friends, you
isn't
know.
he?
Yeah. He also doesn't do his own cooking, you know.
Oh, of course not. Absolutely. So, I'm going to go through the ingredients for everybody. I kept saying 5, it's 6 because obviously I modified this for you. So, Shane, you suffer from Crohn's disease. Are you happy enough to say that? Just I don't want to obviously brand you. So therefore, I had to then think really hard on what I could make with you. I tried out a few carrot cake recipes, which just didn't meet the mark. So you are gluten intolerant, dairy, yeah, egg, and soya.
Yeah, so the only thing I would class as a proper intolerance would be dairy. The rest is kind of just spending a long time doing sort of trial and error over my diet. I just
Yeah.
found that whenever I cut those things out that you mentioned, I started to feel a lot better.
Okay.
So I reckon it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like if I had a bit, like I do have the odd bit of gluten, but
Yeah.
I would say it's better when I don't.
Absolutely, totally understand. A couple of friends suffer obviously from the same, and they just know it flares up just a little bit, and it just makes you uncomfortable. So why would you suffer to do that? So I kept saying 5 ingredients. It's 6. So sorry about that. So what we have is agave syrup or a sweetener syrup of your choice.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so guys, to make it easier and also not to waste it, get your scales ready and use a pot and put that directly on your scales because I hate waste. So trying to transfer like a couple of tablespoons, you always lose syrup or honey or something like that. So put the pot onto your scales and weigh out it's 80 grams worth of the agave or sweetener or something that you have to hand.
I'm guessing I should be doing all this as well. That's the whole thing.
Absolutely, if you could.
Yeah.
Okay, so people want to ask questions, type in the comments and we'll try to answer. My eyesight is absolutely rubbish, so I'm going to squint and try to read them as well and answer them.
Rave lockdown this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a rave lockdown this week, someone's asked?
There is the last rave lockdown of the series is Friday night, but we're doing it a wee bit different. This is a showbiz exclusive. We're doing a school disco.
Love it.
Rave lockdown school disco, so it's the last one of the run.
I love it. Yeah, they'll be really fun to listen to, I have to say.
Cheers. Thank you.
They really have been. Okay, so have you got your scales ready?
Yep.
Put the pot on.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so then then weigh out, squeeze out the agave syrup into it. So literally, I've done it directly in. I had to go some honey because I used it up experimenting.
So how much am I going for here?
So you're going 80 grams now. I hope I'm not making this up, but yeah, 80 grams.
80 grams. Yep. Okay. This is going to be way more of a challenge for you today, by the way, than this.
No. So like anybody who needs the ingredients or wants to cook along and has the stuff, it's in my stories, and it's still there, and I reposted it, so it's in my stories, and you'll be able to see them there. So it's 6 ingredients, not 5. So it is agave, coconut cream, which is, people have asked me what it is. It comes in this block. It's really cheap and cheerful. This was like 80p, 79p. And there's loads on the shelf. People don't really seem to know what to do with it. So it's good. It's still on the shelves, along with coconut oil. So there's coconut oil, coconut cream, which looks like that. And then there's desiccated coconut. So it's coconut, ground almonds, and then chocolate of your choice. So either milk or dark chocolate.
I think, is this a better angle to sort of see what I'm doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then you get these lovely coconut bounty bites, right? And then in the middle, they look like this. So anybody who's needing to see. Okay, perfect. So you've done that, right? Yep. And then what you need to plonk in on top of that then is your coconut cream and your coconut oil.
Yep.
Okay, so literally I've measured them out. So
how much coconut cream?
So you're on the coconut cream, yes, the block. So it is 60 grams of that.
Okay. I'm having to do a lot of maths here. I haven't had to do maths in school.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't come naturally to me.
Okay. you want to say hello to Shane?
Hello.
She's wearing her brother's t-shirt. She is a little girl, but she looks like a little boy. Say hello. You say hello. No, she doesn't care. She's eating it. She prefers to eat it. No, you don't want to eat it. Okay, perfect. So then that's 60 grams of that, and then 30 grams of coconut oil. So technically, roughly about 2 tablespoons. Okay. This is the binding agent for the coconut and the ground almonds. Okay. So yesterday, when obviously I tagged you in it, Crohn's UK, and they reposted it, so it was really cool. So how have you been diagnosed with this for years, or is it a new thing, or?
Yeah, so apparently the thing with it is, and I learn about the condition all the time. The thing is, you can have it for a long time but not know about it. You know, some people might have it but only find out about it years down the line. So for me, it was about 5 years ago. I got diagnosed. I was having stomach pains. Yeah. And they thought it was my. I should really know because they removed them from my body. Appendix. Appendix. Sorry for pointing a knife at you as well, by the way. They took my appendix out and they thought it was that, but it wasn't. So in the end, I got diagnosed, spent a bit of time in hospital. Didn't need to have any surgery or anything like that. Just needed a bit of medication and to change my diet. Okay. So it's mad. Even though I've had it for like 5 years, it is still relatively new to me. Like I'm not somebody who does a lot of research about things, so I don't fully know what it is. Like I don't know too much about Crohn's as a condition. I know the basics, but yeah, it's just.
So has it changed then your outlook on what to eat and being really careful and looking then?
Yeah, I just noticed after, that once I stopped having dairy, it was just all trial and error. That I started to put a lot of weight back on that I lost. I lost loads of weight when I first had my flare up. So cutting out dairy, and then I just tried cutting out loads of stuff and gradually reintroducing it. Things like red meat I wouldn't have much of at all now, and processed sugar, things like that. So I started doing that. Now I probably would be okay with those foods again, but I just think why not? Why not just keep doing what I'm doing?
Absolutely. Very good. So was there a favourite meal you had and now you can't eat it?
I would have had a sweet tooth, but I actually don't really crave sweet stuff as much. Mm-hmm. So I miss like a crunchy, like a bar of crunchy. Yeah. But I don't miss it to the point where I feel like I'm missing out. You know, I've discovered other foods as well, which is good. How much coconut oil did you say?
So 30 grams. So literally 2 tablespoons roughly. So you want to put that into the pot as well. So for anybody joining in, we're making bounty bites. So in the pot, you want to have measured out 80 grams of agave syrup or a sweetener of your choice. Then you've got 60 grams of coconut cream, which comes in a block. It's a cream coconut, and that's what it looks like. Or there's other brands. And then 30 grams of coconut oil. These are your binding agents for the coconut, desiccated coconut, and also the ground almonds. Try to get obviously unsweetened desiccated coconut. If you can't, just beware, this is going to be super sweet then.
So you're putting in your desiccated coconut?
Yeah, not just yet. So you want to melt this stuff first. So you want to melt the 3 things, the coconut cream, the coconut oil, and the syrup together. You just want to melt it. So yeah, I'm going to just show people on Facebook that's what you're looking for. And then I was just going to say a few highs there. There's a few, there's Andrew and there's Penny Best, Rory Best's little daughter. So they were on making gozes with me a couple of weeks ago, and she was a super wee chef. So I think she's coming back on in a couple of weeks with me to do something that she wants to do. Okay, are you ready to put on your fob then?
I am.
Right, so sorry for the noise. Oh, can you switch on? I had to switch my hob off because my daughter decided to just keep pressing it. Okay. So for anybody watching, making bounty bites, and all we're doing now is melting the agave syrup, coconut cream, and coconut oil. and this is your binding agent for your desiccated coconut and your ground almonds.
What sort of temperature should I be putting this on at? My oven goes from 1 to
probably
6.
medium, sort of medium, so it starts to bubble, but just keep stirring so everything starts to melt. You don't want anything to burn.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You can't have another one. Sorry, my daughter just tried through. Everybody look at this delightful child here. So you have some exciting news.
Yes. Yeah.
Another little person.
There's going to be an addition here, which will be great, just in a short amount of time. So yeah, we're very much looking forward to that.
Super exciting.
I need to learn how to cook more things, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to help out. Sorry, joking. I was joking.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So if it's starting to burn, then you just take it off the heat and just keep stirring, because there should be enough heat to, make it melt, because coconut cream and oil have a really low melting point.
Okay. By the way, can I ask, everyone you've done this with, has it gone to plan?
Near enough, actually, apart from these are the variables that I usually deal with. So sometimes it's not the prettiest of things that I have created, but they actually have worked. I do surprise myself sometimes. What? Oh yeah, actually, sorry, Carl Frampton forgot to put one key ingredient in. So maybe his didn't, but mine did.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. But no, the kids really enjoyed it, so it was great.
Brilliant.
So you should end up having like a very thick kind of mixture. You might have a bit of liquid on top, which is obviously the oil. Do not worry about that. So what you're wanting, can I see yours? Is yours got to a certain?
Yeah, my coconut cream is letting me down a wee bit here. It's still like fairly.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. So what you want to do is just a low kind of heat, just to make sure that everything is starting to obviously melt together. Mine has slightly separated. It does not matter. And what you want to do is then, once everything is a liquid form, then put, apart from the chocolate, put the coconut and put the almonds in. Okay. So just reminding people who are just joining us on Facebook, I am on Instagram Live with Shane Todd. So you can sign in here if you have an account. Otherwise, we are making pointy bites. So sorry, I sound like a crazy repeating parrot here, but I've loads of people are going, I thought you were doing an interview. And I was just like, yeah, but I'm on another channel, that kind of thing. And then they don't really get it. So sorry, people. So if you want to watch over here on Instagram.
So my block is melting down nicely. I wouldn't say it's melted yet, but it's melting down nicely.
Brilliant. So just keep stirring it, because like, even if it does catch, if it burns a little bit, it does not matter at all. Just keep mixing it. So who was or is still your comedy idol? Who did you sort of get inspiration from, or?
So whenever I first started like watching stand-up, whenever I was a kid, Richard Pryor would have been my favorite stand-up. Which is, he's been dead for a number of years, but in the like 70s and 80s, and the films he did, and he was just my favorite stand-up sort of growing up, and I would still sort of go back and watch some of his specials now.
Brilliant.
So he's my favorite, but I have a real wide ranging taste in stand-up. So there's no one person that I'm really, really into. I'm probably into maybe 20 or 30 comedians from the last 30 years right up until now.
Excellent.
This is melted.
Excellent. Right. So then now what you want to do is, I'm just going to move a few things. The coconut, put in the desiccated coconut, and then put in the ground almonds as well. So you want to say hi to Shane here?
Hi, Shane.
Hi.
Just here to steal the food. Just to steal the food.
I don't think mine will.
Yes, it will. So literally putting in the desiccated coconut into the pot, and then the almonds as well.
Coconut?
Yeah.
How much this?
Oh, sorry, 100 grams.
100 grams, okay.
Okay, and then straight into the pot as well, then you would need the 35 grams of ground almonds. You're lucky I can remember these off the top of my head.
All right.
What? Hi, Dave Elliott.
Oh no. Honestly, kick him out. Kick him out.
Someone asked about checking your chicken is cooked. I don't know who
Aaron
that is.
Butler, yeah,
Oh.
Aaron Butler, who's a terrible guy. Essentially, I hate that we're talking about this on a proper cooking thing, but by the way, this might be starting to burn a wee tiny bit, or
Okay,
not burn, but...
take it off the heat totally. Take it off the heat totally.
Okay.
Okay, you can just move it over to the worktop now.
Okay, so I've got a confession. I was doing a barbecue a couple of years ago for some friends.
Yeah.
Well, they were friends at the time, but they outed me as a weird chef, so they're not friends anymore. I do this thing that I didn't know was weird. Whenever I'm doing a barbecue, if I want to check that the meat is cooked, I would pick my own thing off the barbecue, cut it in half, and then check the temperature with my tongue, just to make sure it's properly heated. And then apparently this is weird, and now I've really been called out on it, and people are really outing me as a very strange person. So I didn't think that was weird.
No, just as long as you knew it was nearly cooked. Otherwise, did you not suffer from any food poisoning if it was chicken?
No, I think over time, I've been doing this for about 30 years. I think over time my tongue has become what many people would describe as numb. So it's all right, but yeah, I didn't know that this was weird, but I've stopped doing it now. And it was always my own meat. You know what I mean? It was only my own meat I was licking. So
People are commenting; they think it's weird.
yeah, okay, it is weird. I get that, but people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. We all do things I think that are weird. So anyone in the comments who's saying it's weird,
Absolutely. Check yourself. Yeah.
So do I keep this off the heat?
Completely off the heat. That you finished. And all you're doing is just stir the coconut in and stir the almonds in. So you end up with this kind of like dry looking mixture, but it's still quite hot. But that's when you need to shape it into your kind of like mini golf balls.
So what I might do is go back on the heat just for a minute or two, because although it was cooking well, mine's still like kind of liquidy a wee bit.
Ooh. I would wing in. No, it should be fine. What I would do is actually wing in. Do you have any more coconut?
Yes.
Wing in another couple of tablespoons there, just so it dries up a bit, so it kind of looks like more this. But yours, just as long as it's not too dry, it's fine.
Okay. I'm doing a lot of things by hand here, as if I'm.
Yeah, it's fine. Like that's the thing I do. Like it's just for me, it's quite difficult to actually physically weigh stuff because I do everything by eye. But it's all good. At this time, go to the microwave and wing in your chocolate. Have you broken it up?
Yes.
Perfect. In the bowl, put it into the microwave for 30 seconds.
Yep.
Do that now. So for anybody, that is 100 grams of chopped up chocolate, could be milk chocolate or dark chocolate, in a bowl, microwave for 30 seconds, and then check on it, and it might need another 30 seconds, and then start stirring it so it starts to melt. Right, I'm going to start working with my mixture because it needs to get molded kind of straight away. So you're looking for, your hands are going to get really greasy, so don't worry, it is coconut oil. So you're just making wee round kind of golf balls or smaller.
Can I just double check how many grams of dark chocolate we're supposed to have?
100.
Great.
Just a bar. It should be a normal bar.
Yep.
All right. So for me, 30 seconds looks like that. For chocolate, I'm going to wing it in for another 30 seconds, and then it shouldn't be fully melted, but you just want to, that's the maximum that you want, because then you can stir it and then it'll be all melted. I'm going to get my trusty assistant to put it back in the microwave there.
I'm going to again put a little bit more coconut in here because it's still kind of gooey.
Let me see.
Hang on.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
One of the best songs of the 90s, Gina G, a little bit more.
Yeah.
In fact, not just the 90s, one of the best songs.
Absolutely. And her dance move actions to that.
Oh, I don't remember there being a dance.
Yeah, she has like, no, I'm not going to even demonstrate. But yes, there's a wee move, she does that. Yeah, so for anybody who has got to this stage, all you're doing is just molding them. Yes, your hands get quite greasy and disgusting, but you'll live.
My dark chocolate just did not react to the microwave in any way. It just sort of said, Do your worst.
Okay, so just nuke it again then. It should get to the stage you want the outside to be totally kind of melted, and then you keep stirring, and then it will be fully melted. So just microwave for again for 30 seconds. Okay, so
Are you making lasagna?
Adam wants to know whether you're making lasagna.
Am I making lasagna? Very fun. I mean, there's a lot of expert chefs in here. Guys, I'm doing my best. You know, I think it's very disrespectful and cruel. You know, we've already mentioned I have Crohn's disease, and people are attacking me, attacking.
Absolutely. Yeah, they are. So, sorry, I've just got another child here who is trying to steal more food. Okay, these are going like hotcakes. What are you saying? What are you saying?
Okay, the chocolate is good.
Good. So just keep stirring it then with a spoon, and it will get to the stage where it's fully melted because the residual heat will.
It's fully melted.
Oh, it's actually fully melted. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's have a look because you don't want it to be starting to curdle. Nope, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, so we'll just keep stirring that so it's nice and liquidy smooth. Okay. Is there many lumps in it, or is it?
No, no. It's
okay. Perfect.
It's
so
smooth,
I leave that to the side now and even shape 2 of these and then wing them into the freezer, you know, just so we can demonstrate what
okay,
to do.
so you said make 2?
Yeah, just make 2.
Just what keep running?
Oh, Adam he's really making fun of us today.
Will this be burning in my hands, by the way?
No, it will, unless you boiled yours, then it shouldn't be molten lava. Is it molten lava?
No, I don't think. It is. I would describe it as extremely warm.
Then use a spoon. Use a spoon. So anybody who's doing this side, just use a spoon and use another spoon. So bring out 2 tablespoons. So scoop it up and literally, because this will cool it down a bit. So it's about a tablespoon's worth, and then hopefully the molten lava should have cooled down a bit.
Can I also just say, a lot of those people that are commenting, taking the mick out of me here, a lot of those people I know for a fact should be working from home. So I'll take a screenshot of that and tell your bosses, because if you're watching this, you're not working from home.
Absolutely. They're not using their time for work.
Well, you know, I don't know how warm actually this is, but I could check. Hold on. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Was that okay? Was it your trusted method?
It's fine.
Yeah, pay off there.
Okay, so I've made a ball.
Yeah, made a ball. Make maybe 2, and then we can wing this into the freezer for. Yeah. So, do you get nervous doing stand up?
No, but doing live cooking demonstrations on Instagram, for stand up, kind of sometimes just depends what the gig is, where it is, all that kind of thing. But nerves to some degree, but I think I probably know how to manage them better now.
Okay,
my hands
great.
are very oily.
Yeah, absolutely. So wipe those down. Put those into the freezer. Then they'll need about 5 minutes. You could leave them right up to like half an hour, so they're like rock solid. And then but we want to do this kind of quickly.
Put the balls in the freezer, not my hands.
No, I don't think that would work.
Okay. So in the freezer, yeah?
Yeah, if you have room. Okay. Okay, so anybody who's watching there, I am speaking to Shane Todd on Instagram. Sorry, I am literally a pirate, and everybody thinks my family actually don't really understand Instagram either, or this kind of live stuff, and they're like, why do you keep repeating yourself? I was just like, because people keep joining at different times. And they're like, you repeated the recipe 4 times. I said, I know. There's nothing I can do about it.
I need it repeated more than that, trust me.
Right, so if, just for demonstration's sake, you have got it to, you know, this stage and it is cooled in the freezer for at least 10 minutes, they should be rock solid. This is not. So I'm going to do an experiment here because these are lukewarm, right? You have your melted chocolate, which should be nice and silky. Bet you this won't work for me. So what you're going to do is, where's my other spoons? Okay, so this isn't going to work, I bet you. So this is going to disintegrate. So bear with me. So I'm going to plonk this. Literally, you're just going to plonk it in there and just coat it like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any baking paper or greaseproof or anything like that?
I've got this wee tin here. I don't know. Hold on, I'll show you.
Oh yeah, you can put it in that too. Yeah. I'm just sort of thinking about it sticking. If you have tin foil or cling film, you know, put a wee bit. Yeah, tin foil. Even just put that on the work surface. Put the tin foil on the work surface, and then I will demonstrate.
I usually slip the tin foil on because of 5G, but
yeah. So I'm using baking parchment, but you can use tin foil or cling film. It's just so that the chocolate doesn't completely stick to your tin and then you're breaking these in half. So you have done that and it's fully coated, and then say it's on a baking tin. I don't have a baking tin handy because I was not prepared today, obviously. So yeah, it worked, thank goodness. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to repeat that, and it depends how big or small you made them. But I think go and check on yours now. They should be okay. If mine were okay at lukewarm temperature, I think yours will be fine.
Still a wee tiny bit squidgy, but they're all right.
Yeah, no, they should be fine. So get a couple of wee teaspoons, and then start dropping one each into one of them into the chocolate. So literally you're coating it, and then you're putting them onto your baking paper, cling film, or tin foil. Put them into a baking tin, obviously, to make it easier. I forgot to. I'm going to get something to put these on to make it easier to transport. Okay, so how have you been enjoying working with Radio Ulster?
It's great. I've been a big fan of just radio in general since I've been really young. Big fan of radio, and Radio Ulster always seemed like, whenever I was younger, for something for, you know, slightly older presenters, you know, more let's call them respected broadcasters, as opposed to me, who's, you know, just a bit of an idiot. And
not at all.
So I did work experience at Radio Ulster whenever I was 18 on Across the Line, and I was a big fan of that show and local music, and it was great, but it never really went anywhere. And you know, I always wanted to have my own show in Radio Ulster, and
look at you now.
Look at me now. That happened about 4 years ago. So we're sort of like oil rig workers. Like we'll go there for a while, and then we'll leave, and then we'll go and we'll leave. We sort of, you know, I'm still learning radio, still really new to it. So it's exciting because I'm not that confident with it. So there's always that nervousness, excitement,
well,
you know, where
you're great. You're really great. Really enjoy them. Your show. So
cheers. Thanks very much. I've got my 2 coconut balls on the.
Off you go. No pressure. Off you go. Dunk them. So get 2 spoons.
They're in chocolate. Look at this.
Okay. So then take them out. Oh, look at you. How did you sneak that one? I didn't even realise that you had stealthily made those.
Sleight of hand.
That was amazing. Okay. So for anybody obviously who's making these, you can obviously end up with 10, 8, 12, whatever you want to make. It just depends on how big or small that you make them. But you're creating these, or the cold and hardened version. They're there, and then obviously chopped up. They're pretty good, I have to say. For non-intolerant people, they taste pretty much like the real thing, I have to say, for, you know, not having to buy it. But yeah, hopefully if you keep making those, I would love to see the full version of all of them. For the people who are making these, they can keep like pretty much in a Tupperware box for like days, literally days. They don't last at all, so they're very good with a cup of tea or coffee. But yeah, so I hope that was a really kind of simple, straightforward kind of recipe, and that you do enjoy these. If you don't tell me.
You know, it was very simple and straightforward, but I just know for a fact that when I cut it open, it's not going to be what yours are. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I cut this open, it might just be like, I don't know, a haunted face inside. Like, I'm not totally confident it's going to be like.
You did put did you put the almonds in?
Yes. I'm aware of the way I said yes there made it seem like I'm lying, but I did actually put the almonds in, yeah.
Okay, because that's another key bit. What is Adam saying now?
He said, "Can you substitute the coconut for something else?" Not when we're making coconut balls, mate. So thanks for the question, but no.
Yeah, I'll make up another recipe that obviously doesn't have coconut. So how long do you? Okay, you leave them. Literally, take them out, roll them in the chocolate, take them straight out. So literally dunk them, and then just take them straight out and put them onto parchment paper, cling film, or tin foil so they don't stick to the plate or tin that you're putting them in, and literally put them back into the fridge, and within 10-15 minutes when the chocolate has hardened, they're ready to eat, ready to go.
Do you know why I'm not meant to be a chef of any sort? You know the way we put this on tin foil? I was genuinely about to ask you, how long do these go in the oven for?
Then they'll be turning into a macaroon, which would be pretty tasty.
You never know.
See? You actually know more than what you actually think, because you could have made a new recipe there.
I've got a flair for it. So would I just finish? Well, I just repeat that process. Then?
You just keep repeating that process, and then I really want to see like what's your show everybody your finished product there again, because that was a real kind of quick, sneaky stealth move you did.
Okay, hang on. There we go.
There you go. As easy
Very
as
happy
that.
with those.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So is Nando's your favorite meal, or is?
Yeah, I'm very cultured, and Nando's being, you know, authentic Portuguese cuisine is definitely up there for. It's just one of those things where like you can't go wrong. You know, I've not
Roast
had a bad meal
chicken.
in the place yet.
Yeah,
Chicken chips, and I was gonna say Coke, but whenever you go to the till, you say water, and then you don't pay for the soft drink, and then you fill up on your second trip.
Don't give people
don't
ideas.
Make the mistake of going straight. No, people should. Don't go straight. Don't go straight for the Coke when you've got a water glass. Leave it until later on your meal. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Nando's being open again, definitely.
Oh look, Calvin Ward would like you to be on MasterChef. I think so too.
I think I'd be kicked off for hygiene reasons whenever I start licking
your raw chicken.
Mm.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this. It has
No
been
problem.
a
It's a lot
of fun. And it's one of those things where actually there's been so many people who contact me about alternative recipes. So this might be a thing that I'll start looking into, because actually it wasn't that, you know, when I started to research, then I was like, I could substitute that for that. And then just trying it out, and then I got to these, which are pretty good. So hopefully you'll like them.
We should bring out a cookbook called Game of Crohn's, where I'm sitting on like an iron throne made out of spatulas, and we could just, you know, have dietary stuff for Crohn sufferers.
Absolutely, watch this space. Hopefully, Crohn's UK will be watching this, and they'll be like, "We will do that idea," and we could be their ambassadors to go. Yeah, I actually Game of Crohn's. That would be really good, actually.
As long as there's a bit of dough in it, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't mean dough.
You said it first. Or what a Game of Scones. Yeah, gluten. Yeah, it's good. I got it. Sorry, my husband keeps asking me because I'm so literal and I can't read things properly when I'm doing this. So, sorry, that was meant to be funnier than what I said. Apologies.
Story of my life. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm that square who just doesn't quite make the funny mark, but you know, I try. I really try.
Yeah.
That's why I'm into cooking instead.
Well, I'm now into cooking. This has sparked my culinary adventure.
Don't worry, I'll give you baby recipes soon, so
Appreciate it.
no problem.
Okay, well, thanks very much for having me on. I really enjoyed it. It's something different. I'm doing the same things in lockdown, just cutting the grass and walking around the block. So this has been something a bit different.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. And anybody who are making these, want to see the photos, keep sharing them. Tag me in them at Suzie Cooking the Books, and tag Shane in them, and we will share them, and hopefully everybody enjoys them.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, there's our back door. Hi, everybody. Well, thanks very much for watching that. It was really good fun to have Shane Todd on there making coconut bites or bounty bites. Super easy 6-ingredient recipe, which you can find on my stories on Facebook and Instagram. This will be on my feed for 24 hours, and we will then put up the ingredients again if you need, and obviously the instructions. So thank you very much. And this is what we're going to make. So